Dream all you want, folks. This one's a reality. All right, we're back into the pistol. All's good, yeah? We immediately fall into the silent, sneaky plays. Down into the tunnels that bomb carrier goes. Nobody over on long to keep Apex honest. He could just run rampantly up towards A. Eventually, he'll be met by Simple. And Electronic, well, he's sniffing out this situation. Something stinks. His teammates on the other side of the tunnels. That was Boomich to go down. Simple activates off of Catwalk, trying to keep them in. He loses his head. Lots of trades back and forth. Ziwoo's name for three. All three of these T frags. Apex gets obliterated. And off of that flashbang, Ziwoo's going to be able to now evacuate the mid and run all the way over to the A site.
Well, the bomb plant, you know, that's already a big point here. So we'll see where the bomb gets planted. Looks for a long plant. I don't think there's any... Oh, there's a P250 on Shock, so he'll be good from a long distance. And no, oh my goodness, thought he was going to lose that, even with a huge edge.
Ziwoo's little bald head just dives back down ramp. Flamey's looking to lock in on him. Shocks with the P250. Flash goes high. Flamey. Oh, he's going to get himself a little bit more damage, but that's all he finds in the post plant. It's Vitality with a pistol round win.
2 and 3 between Shocks and Ziwoo. And here's a round where they go for the lower hit, and it looks like Navi are trying to figure out if this setup is the setup, because they push mid. Oh my god. They push mid, they push cat, and they push upper tunnels all at the same time. They coalesce on the lower tunnels, and Ziwoo rips him limb from limb. So, 2 scouts on the buy-up. Perfecto gets tagged.
And that pistol, it looked like Ziwoo had forgotten who he was. There was like 15 Glock shots with no damage. And then 2 bullets, 2 headshots, total turnaround after they had got him a little flustered in the tunnels. So that's cool.
Just like woke up from a coma.
Who am I? Oh, right.
Hit him with the Glock, put him in a coma. Now what that boy got?
Glaucoma.
There we go.
Ooh, what do you call that?
Doma.
Yeah. Fair play. Scout shot succeeds for Simple. Vitality concedes towards doors. Ziwoo is the bomb carrier. He is one of the 2 MAC-10s. The other player's on Galils. But you can't laugh at them any longer, because turns out they're decent. Player up close on doors is Boomich. He does, of course, have Flamey over the shoulder. That other scout of Simple has now moved over towards long. So there are protocols in place. Boomich with the CZ able to chop down Navera. Now, Perfecto, 5-7 headshot looks real good. And all that's left of Vitality is going to come scrambling out from tunnels. Scout on the double door. Ziwoo gets caught. 5 Perfecto. It's decent damage. Shocks is still fine. And that bomb plant, well, now that's next in line. And Boomich, he's not going to peek out window just yet. Shocks goes back to the tunnels, gets wrecked by Electronic, but it's Ziwoo with the MAC-10 in the 1 versus 3. He gets out the doorway. Simple comes back and closes. And it is Navi with the force buy win in round 2.
MAC-10 versus MAC-10. Wouldn't have it any other way. Nice conversion here from Navi. They pull out the initial kill, which shakes up the attack a bit. Vitality gets scared. They try to go for the opening mid-aggression. That's the big kill, of course. And then everything else falls apart from there. When they try to fly through the doors, there's a 2-player setup from Vitality, close door and far back. Sorry, from Navi, close door. No, it was What am I talking about? Yeah, sorry, Navi, close door and far back, and they get the trades. So the buy-up into the AWP right away. Well, he's going for the delayed peek in mid. No one's boosted here. He'll secure this information. You know, I think we'll look for it in the second half, but Navi, they've got a sick B execute that I want to look for. We saw some really good stuff from their executions on upstairs. I imagine Blade has a big part in that, in the preparation, dry running, and innovating when it comes to the executions. As for Vitality, they're in a similar position to do something like the Navi execute, but I don't know if they're going to do it. That's the big question. Perfecto, he'll see enough. Drops the incendiary down, fall back out. They're really trying to weaponize Ziwu quietly here. He'll have one opportunity to maybe get a free kill on somebody overzealously peeking into an angle, and they don't want to blow that chance. I think the op is try to walk up on the other side. Double stack player is getting fought against.
Yeah, Flamey over by the car with the Galil. Gets that crosshair back up, but the AK good for 1 kill. Ziwu op shot connecting, and Shocks, he just needs to lock Boomich into this position, but he goes down instead. And there's damage done here to Vitality.
I don't even know if you go for this.
Right?
Because
No
of the op
kid.
in play. Yeah, and Ziwu's already in lower tunnels, my goodness.
Oh, he's gonna nearly catch him.
Oh.
Now do you make the play?
Yeah, now you make the play, and you've got an op for yourself on lower tunnels.
Well, let's see it. They've still got some flashbangs and 1 frag grenade. Navi coming all in from mid. Apex by the double box. Navera deep tunnels. No way he can help here. Apex blinded and dead. And Navera, even at a distance, he's able to get that quick headshot, but 1/3 his HP, and it's got to be the 10-second stick. Navera, he comes back in. Simple. Scoped in with that AUG. Easy does it for Navi. Finding Ziwu down in tunnels. That right there is a round changer.
Oh, that's a huge discovery. They're into the ravine. They find the golden nugget right there. This is a big one.
Golden nugget.
Not an easy find. So they are very fortunate to have the round come to them in that regard. I'm not exactly sure what the idea was. If maybe Ziwu thought they were already going to go save because of the situation where they saw the op and the B site was taken, but maybe pushed out a little bit too early. It's not every day you see this man make quite a mistake like that. But it will happen every once in a while.
Yeah, Navi, they'll take that one while they can. This is a T side that we definitely know can start heating up. Also a team that with weapons like this, you shouldn't write off. Desert Eagles and a Tech 9 for Shocks. Who's got it in them? Who's hitting the Juan banger?
I think in Denmark they call it a one Douglas.
A Juan Douglas. Captain Juan Deeg.
They sip the Faxicon D and hit the one Douglas. That's a good night of CS here in Copenhagen. Looks like the cat exec is coming up shortly. They're getting in position. They're waiting. Navi not pushing up on the railing. No one going for the tight rope walk across cat. And do we have a run boost? That's the only other question.
There's a gap on the side of that smoke. They
Not a
can try
great
and
smoke
play
at all,
around.
yeah.
But then again, you know, is that just the tunnel factor? Is that what the CTs want? Simple's going to extend off of his teammates' flashbang. We see the T's turning their heads into the wall, and Ziwu turning electronics into mush. Simple, scoped up, and he gets there. Taps away for the headshots. We've seen him on the AUG as of late, and you know what? It looks good.
He's powered up like crazy using this AUG recently.
You good, Apex?
He's into it. He's looking like a French rapper. Can you drop a French rapper lyric?
I don't think I can, actually.
You know any?
No.
Ever listen to French rap?
I do, but I just, you know,
I watched this movie called...
too fast to understand.
Oh, okay. District B13 or something. I think it was parkour in French music.
Yeah.
Anyways, RPK running out long. Oh, shoot. Electronic. He'll shut him down instantly. Double headshot. One of the back RPK's head. And one in Shocks' as well. That is... Oh, it's not often you see them try to go out long in that fashion. Flamey will also be here to get early information at mid. 2 trades answered back. 1-on-3 situation for Ziwu. What a crazy series of events here.
Zany.
Vitality fall down like Jenga blocks when the first 2 end up dying. Everyone starts making desperation moves.
Ooh, perfecto. He's given the back because Electronic shows a little ankle around the corner of long. Ziwu really focuses in on it. He's got 8 kills, Ziwu, and the rest of his team combined has 6.
I was going to say, one thing I like about Vitality's T side on this map is that they don't go for long control that often. They don't go for the spawn-based hit out long all the time. And they have a very good T side overall. I mean, right now it doesn't look like it, but it seems like they're trying to change the gears up a little bit. I think the long control can be quite random sometimes from the T or CT perspective. Come down to 1 or 2 flashes.
Little boost to keep eyes on catwalk. Nothing there. Simple just sat back, relaxing on the, what'd you call it? Tight Rops?
He's so good at this map, that Ropsy fellow. I have to think about him no matter who's playing. Yes, he did the tight Rops walk across catwalk. Now he's on the chopping block. Wearing socks.
Caution for Hawks.
Time on the clock.
If you stop, everyone will be happy. Utility. Double flash and a smoke grenade for Navera and Shocks. That's what they're working with. I mean, we're basically back to what we had just a couple rounds ago.
Looks like they want to go back to that and try it again. Why not, right? You have the space.
Sure.
Yeah. Smoke will come down at the same time. They'll flash their way through it, but Electronic gets into a good position. Simple punished, but look who's here to help him.
Beauty of the hold here from Perfecto. 2 kills instantly. Navi, of course, now on fire. And that third one picked up as he recovers the spray down. There is no solution for Vitality in those kinds of rounds.
Okay, so I've got some updates from Anders.
Anders, update.
He's
Everybody.
been messaging me on WhatsApp. I haven't responded to any messages yet, but
That is literally...
he's been feeding in some fun facts here.
Let's hear
So
it.
when it comes to the USPs without silencers that Simple's been using, he said the main problem of silencers on guns is that it adds weight to pistol, which makes it harder to aim when in a shooting position for any amount of time. And then he said just now, you know, speaking of golden nuggets, the price of gold is around $1,832 per ounce. Broke 2K earlier this year, was a historic all-time high. Thank you so much, Anders, for the update on the price of gold.
Speaking of golden nuggets, he says. I like that that's the takeaway.
Yeah.
Anders, you are missed.
Indeed, I hope you're doing well. Glad to have your presence in some form here on the broadcast. 5-1 up here for Navi.
Forever with us.
It's Vitality who get to control the round, right? They get to show us what they can do. They appear to get better in their T half on nuke as the rounds rolled on.
Narrow angle here for Simple. 5 in a row for Navi. Don't you dare forget it. All off the back of a force buy win in round 2.
Yeah. I think the one redeeming factor, if you just like tuned into the stream, like, whoa, Navi are owning, they've only had to win 2 rifle rounds, I'd say, so far.
Correct.
It's been a lot of pistoling rounds here for Vitality. All right. Well, no surprises here from Navi. They're not pushing off of Cat. They're not going deep for long control. The mid-B split is definitely the best case for Vitality to be able to pull out a round in this specific situation. Let's see how it plays out.
Flamey starting to tease the mid-peak, and Electronic wants to come down and get into the action. We've got 2 members of Vitality already crossing mid, and Flamey's got another couple right ahead on those tunnels exits. Navera, he's kind of going to distract at the corner. Perfecto, they already know he's here, and sure enough, it's Electronic and Simple to pick up the 2 kills of the round towards mid. Bomb dropped in the windowsill. Not a comfortable spot to pick it up, but Navera, he stretches his arms, and he does get it. Back in his possession. Electronic in position. Trying to tease a bit of a peek through the double doors. Double flashbang for Navi. Frag grenade on RPK, but nothing else for the T side to try and hold this off. It's going to have to be aim, and the first one's slain. An instant trade. Simple makes it look easy.
That's sick. That's sick. Nice retake. Now, I want to say we roll back and look at this round for what it is. The execution, it kind of looks very disjointed, very slow. There's not a lot of ferocity. They're dropping players on their way up. The CTs don't look too uncomfortable in the sight. I feel like they're lucky RPK makes a play like this. Because look, this mid-B smoke is coming up and they're still going in the window. They had no friction coming out mid. Why did it take so long to get there? Their teammates are at the end of tunnels. There's not even counter utility from the site. There's just one smoke at the end of the tunnel. They need to meet up a little bit faster in that spot. That's Vitality, I think, beating themselves.
Long peek from Apex. Completely shut down.
They seem very scared of NAVI at this point.
Killfeed doesn't read that that was through smoke, but I mean, Simple was standing inside of it. Kind of feels that way. Whether he peeked his face out and then fell back like Homer Simpson through the hedges.
Take it up with Gabe. No late long plays.
I'd love to talk to Gabe.
Did my
I got a couple things to say.
I wouldn't have anything to say back. I'm sure of that. Let's see if they like to do late cats when nothing happens. I actually did my video on Shocks today on DUST2.
For Magics.
For NAVI, yes. This is for NAVI.
Of Team Spirit, your biggest fan.
And Shocks' biggest fan.
RPK, oof, that nade hurts. Takes him to a measly 43 HP. We've been here before with Vitality on the catwalk.
Yes, we have.
I suppose they're better equipped this time around, but I also assume they would love a little long control to couple nicely with this.
Surely they know that Boomich could be here.
You can't have tea without the biscuits.
Oh, Jesus. Is he?
Vitality want to give him the business here on long. Boomich just going to be playing the counter flash. He also has Simple giving support here with the scope. If they show a little presence on Cap, maybe Simple looks away. But because he doesn't, it is an easy first pickup. Ziwu's head gets blasted in the doorway. Electronic catching Navera. This is starting to fall apart at the seams. And Shocks, it seems, has a little fight in him. But that's all he's got. A single kill to his name as Navi find their 7th.
I feel so confused as to what the idea was here because the bomb is the one coming long, and they use a long control smoke at the corner that comes late, and then if the bomb's first out, and they don't have, I don't think they have 2 smokes to cross, even if all the trades go well. So they could have tried to cross with 3 and have 1 come out late and use the smokes to smoke off Simple at the corner. That seemed like the more sensible version of that. Would have been a nightmare to try to get that bomb across. I wish Vitality were playing a bit better so I could give Navi more credit.
Smoke grenade right at the end of the tunnels. Flamey dodging utilities. Got T's right ahead of him. Resets the spray. Gets a second kill. Simple here for a double of his own, but it's Boomich to claw it back. Navera in through mid doors. Finds a quick headshot off of the Deagle and then retreats. But he doesn't have bomb. He doesn't have teammates, and he still only has this sidearm to work with. What's his play?
Vitality's like, guys, you guys are ruining my incredible DUST2 stats, whether it's for team wins, individual performances. He says, I'm not being set up well here. 1-on-3 with the Deagle. Only to get opt. They can watch everything. They're overstaffed all over the place.
Damn, Navi. This is looking impenetrable.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Here's just a write-off round before we get to the real stuff. But on these rifle rounds,
I feel like Simple is everywhere. I'm getting flashbacks to when we had that 21 1/2 from Simple versus Astralis on Nuke.
yeah, 15
where it's just like
and then he bled over into the next map.
completely perfectly predicting every position. Like he was where he had to be every single round. And we're seeing that. I mean, yeah, that last one's a bit of a write-off, but he's inside the windowsill, sometimes over long A.
Sure, yeah.
It's hard to get a read as to where Simple's at.
No, I mean, this
Because
guy...
Simple does as he pleases. Perfecto tries to line up more than a single kill, but it is a quick trade back. And then through that smoke, it's RPK with his 2nd of this 10th round. Vitality looking for a 2nd on the scoreboard. And Shocks could be cutting down Simple early here from Catwalk. He falls back into the AK, and we will have it. Vitality taking a 2nd round, 10 rounds deep.
To be honest, I would call it a bad sign that they could just pull off a B-rush like that and end up getting around so easily. Well, it won't be for free. They'll at least take some damage from their saving players. And Navi will try to continue and punish this save as well from maybe a couple of different perspectives. These could be pretty big kills. We'll see how far Ziwu comes out mid, but he's making a ton of noise. I think they want to definitely fight this if possible. Electronic got 1. The op gets saved over. Man, they only get away with one player left after this, and this is RPK's entries that we must talk about. Really great stuff. After Perfecto does so much damage. Oof.
Man's like 10 bullets deep in that spray down.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But do you know what I mean? They keep it so simple, and they just like...
Yep. Just felt like eventually they were gonna find one like those.
Yeah, yeah.
Can they replicate that?
Or why are their slower rounds not working out so well? I have a lot of great stuff to say about, and this is maybe why we don't like, you know, picking DUST2, but I feel like right now it's just, you know, it just, I don't know. They're not lighting it up exactly. Another opening kill here for Navi. Some good follow-up damage. NZU is low, then Boomich with a great flash from Simple results in a kill. Further damage into our second player and lower. Ziwu at the top of mid, just finding, oh my god, finding a way to help, and he'll find it. He will squeeze water from Stone, find a frag on Simple, crossing off a timing. This opens up the round for sure. Now we are back in business.
The shops have been reopened. And the attendants are patient. They wait on their posts and hope that Navi walks into this. 2 players to pit already here for Navi. Flamey's still that solo B play. We see the bomb working over towards tunnels. Now RPK, I mean, a single bullet's going to drop him out of this one.
This is a big risk here for Navi. They're playing 2 dedicated long, so the rotations are quite far, right, to B.
Putting a lot of pressure on the shoulders of Flamey.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's either Flamey stops this or it's Navi with the save.
Yeah, he's Atlas. He's got the world on his shoulders at this point. But does he have the strength of Atlas?
He's got the utility. That helps.
He can feel it coming.
Yeah, if he kills Ziwu, then it's really only Shox' HP that's meant to be dealt with. But as that fire begins to fizzle out, we had Flamey go for more utility usage, thinking maybe there wasn't player right there, but that is false hope. And so Vitality, they're able to get a 3rd round on the board here, because Navi, they are just hunting the exits. Or are they?
They're like pretending they're going for it. I mean, they can come up. RPK's low. I don't know how confident they are in the HP left over.
Yeah, just getting exits.
Yeah. There's that cool thing that's been added to the game to the UI, excuse me, the odds of winning the round in the post-plant situations. Anders went on stage at Blast Copenhagen a year or two ago, last year. And then he said he wanted to challenge people to try to come up with a way to predict the outcome of rounds. And so it's been implemented in our UI in these games. And it shows kind of the odds of, you know, the chance that you could win. And Vinny won the 1v4 in that last match, and it was predicted at 5% a chance of victory, and he pulled it off. So that's something cool that's been added, and I think it'll improve over time. Something fun. Something they have over in Dota. Yep. Something they add to Counter-Strike as well, right, with this last update.
Yeah, inside of the Premier matchmaking. At the end of the rounds, you see, of course, every death, how it affects the odds of the outcome. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Flashbang over top of Long. And RPK's kept back. That is still a bit of a tempo shift, though. We'll see if Navi are ready to deal with it. They've got utility being thrown out, but RPK, he clears pit. And Electronic's still right there. So many flashbangs, in fact, that both teams just try to concede a little bit of map control, hiding back behind the walls and still inside of pit. It's a 5v3, though. Vitality, they're trying to come up from Catwalk. Electronic very much aware of it because of that last flash. Shox dives down, barely left alive. And RPK can't quite find a target. Flamey, inside of that smoke, comes in with 1. Electronic is done, and it all falls on Perfecto. But Shox eventually comes in from Catwalk, despite having 17 HP. And what do you know? Vitality, 3 rounds in a row.
Well, let's talk. We got a ferocious split coming in. The long control works. That's, of course, just the gamble. This just comes down to, you know, some good nades, some good utility usage. RPK doesn't get a flash assist there. I think there was one to help. Fair play to that. And then Shox with a late lurk up Cat. And I would actually not that late, you know, comes in pretty fast as they're trying to attack it, trying to use the chaos to make sure the CTs don't get comfortable and then start watching their backs. And now, look at that, Navi are just on pistols suddenly. So once again, it looks like Navi or Vitality started to wake up a little bit late on their T side. Things are looking more well-oiled, well-drilled, and I think the pace change has helped them get themselves out of bed. They set the alarm 5 minutes late. But they could still make it in the end.
Just gotta skip breakfast. 8 rounds in a row for Navi.
Our accidental intermittent fasting.
You know, I've got a little gold fact to give back to Anders.
Like gold nugget?
Yeah, you know, talking about gold, he says.
Okay, Connor's nuggets of wisdom. Go ahead.
As far back as 3100 BC, we have evidence of a gold-silver value ratio in the Code of Menes, the founder of the first Egyptian dynasty. We've been trading gold with value for over 5,000 years.
3100 BC?
Yeah.
Is that the last time NV won a major?
It hurts.
It's okay. We got Vitality up here. They'll win the next French major.
Clawing their way back on this T side. Let's see it. That was just the pistols. That was the reward of their late consistency. Took a bit, but the ball's now rolling. Perfecto's going for that utility damage top mid. Misses the mark because Vitality already so close. They kick in the front door. Who's home? Smoke over towards the CT spawn. Electronic sitting in it. And Perfecto just threw a flash out from the B side, I believe, but he actually gets clawed off by Apex. ZywOo hitting a no-scope as he comes out from tunnels, and the low HP of RPK and Apex tells you of a tale that could have been. Like the one that got away this round slips onto the board for Vitality, and that 8-round streak from Navi seems ages ago.
Well, they did, they jumped off a cliff, did a bunch of backflips, but it seems like they might actually land on their feet. It was looking very scary here for Vitality. Topsy-turvy. The pace, this faster pace that into these rounds has been the resolution. And honestly, some of their good T-sides on DUST2 are very slow. They do that thing where they wait to see if anyone pushes, and then they just walk up cat and exec. But that hasn't been the remedy to the solution. So it's good to see that Apex is keeping it dynamic with the mood, right? It feels like this is the tempo they need, and it's just, you know, what else do you boil it down to, right? It's just fast, chaotic entries out mid. There's nothing too special here except for how fast they're deciding to play these rounds. That's all they need. This is an 8-1 start for Navi.
Damn.
Vitality are suddenly into it.
How the turntables. 15 kills for ZywOo at the top of it for Vitality. Still bested by Electronic and Simple at 16 and 17 apiece. 3 G3 SG1s. Nasty creatures, those auto snipers.
Oh, wrong dude. I thought he was like, yo, let me see that skin.
Nah.
Nah, B.
My fire serpent. Perfecto's just outside of this smoke grenade, and Shocks, well, he's taking a little bit of long control. Molly over the top, but there's a man on blue box. Boomich. He's waiting and waiting. Nobody comes around the corner just yet. Still a minute on the clock. Final round of the first half as well here. So Navi, I feel like it would do them a lot of good to just get 1 round back. They'd feel a little less out of it. Boomich is going to eat that flash. Sure enough, just gets wrecked by ZywOo. And he was looking at the wall for the longest time.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Okay,
man.
they get squeezed into the cat holds. So Electronic crosshair placement kill, beautiful on Apex. Second guy comes up. Oh, and he gets that one too. This makes things quite difficult here. This one trade would have made a world of difference for the T's coming up. The split, long split with Cat.
3 players towards spawn. Navera.
Oh.
He wants to knock him down a peg, but the Molotov takes him down to 36. Deep incendiary from the T's. Simple goes jumping up, shaving HP off ZywOo. And he's got a player near him, but look at the health bars here for Navi. You'd think surely this is not enough. Shocks, 100 health, and ZywOo, he's gonna miss his shot. Now they know exactly where he's at. He cuts Electronic off Cat, and a 2v2 ensues with Shocks comfortably back by long. Finds Simple, and it's all on Perfecto. 26 HP is not gonna be enough. An 8-7 half made possible by Vitality, stringing 6 rounds in a row. Join us after the break for the second half of Dust.
I really changed my crosshair a lot.
This crosshair. Okay, man. Okay. Size 1, thickness 0.5, gap left 3, and style 4. So it's like a small crosshair, which is fixed. I like it because also I'm playing in 1610, and I feel like this crosshair with this resolution feels good together. The crosshair is more like a tool, a help, but not something you always fix, because otherwise you're gonna have a hard task sometimes in CS.
Thickness is 1, gap is -3, and crosshair size 3. For me, it's very strange to play with small crosshair. Somehow doesn't work for me, but everybody in my team is working really good with it. Rob's frozen. It depends when I want to change the crosshair. I think there's different scenarios where I change it, but I sometimes always come back to the same. So it's more like a mix-up. I just feel like it's easier for me to spray and burst with the bigger crosshair. So the bigger it is, the easier it is to hit the targets, right? Logical.
Size 2, thickness 0, gap -3, and it's light blue, the color. And why did I choose it? One practice, I saw Montu tapping everyone with USB, and I just copied his crosshair. I mean, I've seen some players that are constantly changing the style of the crosshair, so one time it opens when you spray, sometimes it doesn't. I couldn't imagine switching the style up all the time. Players who do that, like, I don't know why, but that's the weirdest to me.
Size 2, gap -1, and thickness 1 on my crosshair, and color green. I really change my crosshair a lot, like on a daily basis. Literally, I'm just like, every time we go into practice or something, I'm just checking other players what crosshairs they have, and I'm like, oh, I like this one. I don't think it makes like such a big difference for me what crosshair I'm using, like as long as I feel like properly warmed up and like my hand being loose, like it doesn't really matter for me what crosshair I'm using. Like I was experimenting all the time, like I was using this like style 1 crosshair that you see, like I think Skiko is using it, and some other players as well. Like I had style 4, style 5, I even tried style 2, which Shox had for some time. So like I'm just like all over the place with this, and I don't really think I'm just doing it, you know, because I don't like, it's fun, like entertaining.
Now, for a good portion of that half, it looked like Navi were taking us to a map 3, but Vitality, well, they've raised a few concerns. They've raised a couple questions. It was 6 rounds in a row to close that first half. Now we see Navi take to the T side. Launders, does this bode well for them?
For who?
Navi on the T side.
I mean, I think it's still, I mean, okay, this makes it, you know, the best possible second half. We'll get to see what Vitality can do. It's maybe Navi's confidence are shaken a little bit after dropping that series of rounds, but really it felt like Vitality were not awake at that point in the beginning of the half. And now it'll really take Simple to dig deep. He's already put together 1 kill, denied by Ziwu.
Yes,
Ziwu
sir.
gets 2. Electronic comes through with the trade. 3-on-3 situation. A hot mid-round. Apex up to bat. He'll get his aim displaced, and Shox will not have a target offered up to him crossing the ledge.
Electronic, though, he still has that bomb. Shox kind of drawn into the middle of it all. The Bermuda Triangle of players from Navi clamped down on that last man, and now they have a 2-round lead. The 9th is on the board.
Have to start it up again here on the CT side. We'll see what they can do.
Electronic 20-8. Taking over
Whoa,
DUST2.
big map. I feel like we haven't seen we actually, I mean, Electronic's performances have been pretty decent recently, I would say. But we haven't had that kind of incredible Flash and Brilliance map in a long time.
Ooh,
Maybe 1 or 2.
missile scout shot.
Let's go ahead and make sure that's true.
You go digging. Ooh, Mac 10 shot from Boomich. Kind of catching him off guard there by jumping over top of the frag grenade. Didn't expect that timing. And Perfecto, oh, he's got to back up. He's got 2 CTs coming in on him, and the spray's not good. 35 bullets, not enough. Simple almost finding ahead of the CT, but now suddenly it's going to be this A push. Navi trying to commit into it while Simple is chased. And Ziwu in place with a second scout kill. Apex trying his best impression, dives back to the CT spawn, and now it's a waiting game.
Oh, this will take everything from Simple. He's got the guys coming up long behind him, so we'll see if he's aware of it. They've chased him all the way down.
Yeah, like rabid dogs. They're at the edge of the corner, and they're going to get the better of him. Flamey, oh boy, this is not the spot he wants to find himself in. Mac 10 at a distance, good for the first kill. Can't quite catch Navera, and sure enough, Navera hits him with the no-scope. Vitality, a robbery.
My goodness, the scout from Goose to get those 2 kills or all that damage in, and that is tough. Another anti-eco loss for Navi at this tournament. There's been more than a few. I feel like we've seen almost 4 or 5 anti-eco losses at this event. We could see the game plan there. They kind of knew this is Perfecto's spot to hold from. They cleared out the tunnels and they said, okay, if he's not there, he's probably holding from the right side. They straight up bully him. And the fact that they're just chasing down Simple from that flank the entire time, not thinking about what the repercussions would be if they lost, kind of created this great timing for them to come in and put a lot of pressure on Simple, not let him get comfortable. Oof, that's not a good sign. Not a good sign at all.
Vitality go ahead and...
Nothing more deflating than losing the second round of a half.
Navi going to concede. Not going for the Force Wars. Rather just 3 Deagles and a P250.
That's an interesting A setup. Well, they've got the 2 long position. They're waiting for the mid B. Perfecto posturing to show us they might do it, but he's just the tunnels lurker, right? So his position doesn't actually necessitate a split. Run boost, run boost.
You? Ooh.
Little aim map here for Zero.
Man goes flying over. Catapulted. Trebucheted. Slingshotted.
Time's ticking.
Now, Ziwu Navera second time. Just easy pickups off the... Oh, but Electronic. The P250 is good for 2. He comes in from mid with a nice little bout of timing. They're going to stick this defuse all the damn way.
He has enough time to get up close. I mean, he has to go for a jumping
shot.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Ziwu's going to give that cover. Dies out in the end. Wow. What could have been there from Electronic? He throws the Hail Mary with the jumping Galil shot. And it costs Vitality a lot in the end.
Well, good to see that they're alive. That does, 4 kills in a round where they don't invest. That'll make you regret playing a retake setup on the A side. So almost, man. That's random. Of course, he can potentially get that shot, but even the extra kill is something good. I thought Zero was not actually doing a good job of covering in that position, but he definitely does get into an appropriate position at the end of the day. Oh, it's all about the water.
Hydro Bros.
Chug down the liters.
I'm going to have myself a sip right now.
Go for it. Anders says he is from quarantine. I am doing very well. I have a great Counter-Strike in a gym. And he found out how to make a 1-to-1 bronze statue of someone. It's about $50,000. He said, I vote we build one of Simple.
A bronze statue of Simple. I feel like if it's a statue of Simple,
might as well go for gold, right?
Diamonds.
Diamonds. Wow. That would be beautiful.
Just pure diamond.
My goodness. I know it's poisonous, but I would lick it.
3 players pushing up on long.
You're doing some push-ups?
Yeah. No, that's Anders.
Yeah, he doesn't stop. All right. Well, here's the important moment, right? Zero, he's got the cat bricks, ready for the peak. Oh my goodness, he doesn't get a kill, but I mean, honestly, that might be worth more. Damage on both Electronic and Boomich. Down to half on Boomich. Down to scraps on Electronic. 13 HP for him. That's all he'll need to do.
No pressure at all here from Vitality. Navi just left to their own devices. Ziwu just gonna be cheating around the side of the A site. This does open up a moment
This goes
for Boomich.
unchecked, and they're double up in pit, so Ziwu does not have a lot of support versus the split through CT. But they're just trying to catch rotators.
Yeah, we'll see if that even has to happen. Ziwu
The flash.
focused over the box.
What the hell? Just an open
Misses a shot. Now that's going to give them spacing. Oh, flash comes in the end. And the second from Ziwu. RPK is going to slate Flamey. That one goes down on long.
Look who's left. The two players who got collateraled.
Yeah, very, very tough spot here for Navi. Looked like Ziwu was going to miss a couple of shots and allow Navi to get into that A site, but they were not able to close the distance, only extend towards the corner.
You know why? What were the
Why?
flashes?
Yeah.
They had all of Cat to themselves. No one pushed on the CT side, similar to what we've seen from the first half. And it'll be post-round. No one will jump into CT and try to fight him. They're low, but...
Navarra got him.
Oh, he did?
Yep, Navarra got him right at the last second.
Yikes.
It
Yikes.
didn't. I think he got him through the boxes from mid.
Well, hey, okay, this is all about Ziwu. He literally collaterals too. They have a flash here from Apex, which is great. But look how open he is. Like, he doesn't have to turn from any flashes. There's no molly on the ramp for that standard position.
Yep.
Why did they do that way?
You are spot on.
He was alone for a long time. They could have executed properly and been able to close the distance, put a little bit more pressure. Instead, they just treated him like he was a bad opera or something.
And reality check, he's not.
He isn't. He's one of the better operas, if not the betterest. In odd one.
Yoy. Perfecto's just looking to chill out in the tunnels, and man eats shrapnel. 3 players over towards B early for Vitality. Again, being left to their own devices, Navi can do as they please. Vitality, even with the incendiary through the tunnels, haven't come pushing into this for information. Probably just relying on the fact that Navi don't have much. But we do have that op on Simple. He's also got the bomb. Give that to one of your pawns. We'll see if they can get a bomb plant. Ziwu, he's going to snap it over onto Boomich, but of course they swing with it, and oh! Flamey. That is a fiery deagle shot.
We know how dangerous they can be.
Yep.
Pistols post plant here.
Simple, well, he's currently on the side of the A ramp. Perfecto pops up from the stairs with a headshot of his own. Now these CTs in a bit of trouble. RPK actually gets the better of Simple, so the op goes down. It's gonna have to be these Deagles, and Navi, while they're pinned in position, it's easy. Vitality, they clean up the retake with ease. There's some damage there. There's a chance, but I feel like once Simple dies, you know, it becomes 50% more difficult.
He was hitting a lot of shots at the moment, especially versus this cat cross. I mean, this is just an aim map, right? Of course, here they don't have the resources to get him all the way back, but still, it's a great shot. Tested the aim, and now that we're wrapping up here, we're coming into the closing rounds. We have to see where this T-side develops into. Are they going to try to do a better version of their cat split? Are they going to try to incorporate something towards mid to B? Are they going to go for long control early on? Because surely what we've seen so far hasn't been working out so well. A little bit of Navi in their first start to the half. And Navarra, he's got open lines at mid, drops the hammer on Electronic, turns his attention over towards the tunnels, and he can couple up with his best friend here and sit and wait now. They've got a power position 5v4 in round 21. Nothing more needed.
Insistent utility from Vitality here on Cat. Ziwu now surpassing Electronic for the top spot in the server.
Oh man.
25 kills to 24.
They're not really working for much. Apex setting up the flash versus Cat, and Navi look like they're just gonna kind of run into this with 4 players.
So
maybe not.
Go head hunting.
Oh, but they get
Misses
spotted.
his shot. Yeah, saw him leaving.
Yikes.
So they're kind of fizzling out towards mid. This is going to be a test for Shocks, standing here inside of the corner. Ooh, Boomich almost would have seen him over top of that smoke.
He's getting nervous about standing here now.
Oh, and he runs back. Ziwu comes in from CT just in the nick of time, delivers 1 kill. Simple right there, gets the better of him. And Shocks, well, he wants to stop on tunnels. RPK is going to find a single kill, and it's a mow down from Vitality here on mid.
Oh, it's a slow death, man.
They crunch and clamp down on a wounded Navi.
That's tough. There's just not enough going on in these rounds, man. More pressure. We need more effort into the map control. We need things to progress, not just wait and then exec. The CTs are getting way too comfortable, especially after the early 5v4. Nothing's going. They're turning off noise. This is not the way Navi should go out on this map. Navera starting to climb the scoreboards. You looking as primed as ever to have continued impact. And it's the one key play is just, you know, Vitality picking a good time to be like, oh, let's see if they're going to go cat. They're correct about it. That's the info that wins the round, right? Shocks can fall back out of his position, realizing he's probably going to get pre-fire. It's a smart move. And yeah, it's too easy from there on out. All the rotations are in through CT spawn. RPK, Ziwu, the whole family. Gotta wake up here.
Wake up, Samurai. Vitality currently burning. Very much on fire. That was their 5th round in a row. In fact, they've won 11 of the last 12. The only anomaly being that 2nd pistol round win for Navi. A novelty. A novelty. 3 of those 5 CT round wins by way of defuse. So, I mean, I guess there's something going for Navi, but something's not enough.
You know, the only benefit, though, the way Navi's playing is, you know, Vitality are not pushing them. They're just comfortable.
Shocks in the corner, lets the first one fall out. That one gets called, but Apex actually burns one. And now Shocks, he's here to deliver. It's another kill coming in through the flames. And Flamey, last man standing, takes a dink. If he was just able to kill Shocks cleanly, then we would be talking the possibility of a 1v2. But Navera, his job made so much easier by the fact that a single shot does it. It's why he gets the kill with just the pistol. You could have 25 kills on an electronic. You could have 20 kills here for Simple, but it's a 4-round lead for Vitality.
I guess
everything is slipping their way.
There is the handshake that no one's pushing on the CT side, so why should we you know, worry about flanks? Just, you know, kind of group up and wait and then exec on something. But at the same time, you could just skip this middle portion of the round, to be honest, if they don't think the CTs are going to do that. Fast long control here from Navi. We're in last chance saloon now. 9-13. They're not going to have too many good buys. Navera, Ziwu opping. Vitality teaming with confidence. Navi have taken long control for free. This is a really good sign. But of course, instantly, Vitality answered back with cat control to respond. And Perfecto, you should know the squeeze is coming, but he'll get caught off. That's huge progress by Ziwu. It's how fast that Vitality went for this that catches them off guard, right? This is the kind of same level. This is like the level of awakeness we didn't see from Navi a lot in that first half.
Yep.
And look at this. We've got another response. Apex making sure it's not even a tunnels play at this point, and he'll get one for free in the side of the head.
Really feels like Vitality are just executing any idea that comes to mind. They're not being kept back on any side of the map.
They're playing with confidence, the fluidity.
Boomich, he's going to try and test this B bomb site. Shocks by car. Here's the utility. Simple's actually going to take damage off of that off shot. And Shocks, well, he's got himself the double. Vitality, 14 rounds and a spree of victories. Now at 7 rounds in a row.
Well, Vitality are like a little ball of lightning, right? They're just needing something to get them started, and then they'll go ahead and try all of their cool CT side ideas. Every push that they make is pragmatic. They'll go for some kind of map control when something happens. Either they get the 5v4 or the 5v4 goes against them, or long control gets taken, they squeeze, they're responding. Navi, they just seem foggy, like a little bit slow, not being proactive enough. They had something going there with free long control, but they didn't turn that into a punish round whatsoever. Attack will be called out here for Navi as they talk about things, but I think it's going to be hard to be productive, right? This is just like very fundamental stuff. It's just that Vitality are one step ahead. Like, how can you know, what are you going to say to your team about this round? Hold right next time we flank it back into tunnels after we take long control for free early in the round. No. Oof, man. They're going for it. It's going to be 2 buys in a row, basically. I mean, they only go for it on Simple and Flamey. 2K per player on Boomich, Electronic, and Perfecto, but one of those 3 is down. Yeah. Navera, another opening kill.
He shows face right down those double doors. Again, another moment where we just see them boiling over with confidence. They can do anything they want whenever they want, and Navi can't seem to stop them. Like a moody toddler, Vitality. Everywhere and anywhere. Being loud about it, too.
Unless he was just not getting flashed. He was never getting flashed. He gets a free shot off on Cat. He gets a free shot off playing Car. He gets a free shot off playing Ramp. No one's flashing him.
And then Navi just falls silent here at the minute mark. But what's this going to do? Scare Vitality? I don't think so. Proof is in the pudding. And so far it's been pretty vanilla from Navi. A couple more pieces of utility go over the top of middle. Vitality, still only 1 player committed to this B bomb site. In fact, they're leaning in the opposite direction.
Oh,
This could be it. This could be the one, but Shocks, he's gonna have to go down with nothing, and somehow Simple just barrel stuffs it. Smoke lands in the eyes of Navera, and he can't quite time his one shot. Peeks out into window and dies. Simple's made the difference here. 2 kills towards that B site forces Vitality to save.
What's so funny, it's like symbolic that it's a B hit. Of course, you know, Shocks could have literally just mowed them all down. Simple isn't out there in front, everyone else probably dies, right? So there's something, but this is the B hit. The tempo change that got Vitality back into the first half. It feels like Navi are doing a bit of that themselves. They come through. Shocks has this lined up. He's got to be upset. That was free ADR. He had him lined up exactly as intended. Just doesn't actually win the duel. AK comes through. Like, my ADR. I did like an Italian. How'd you do it in French?
C'est quoi ça?
Tough.
Yiki, lui.
I can hear that. That was sounded very shocksy.
So a 10th round for Navi. I mean, let's just remind
The
everybody.
beginning of the Never Too Late documentary.
Yeah, it was 8-1 for Navi, and now they trail 10-14. So a hell of a turnaround from Vitality. They've only gone down to 1 CT remaining on the 3rd round of this second half. Every other time, at least 2. So it's not like they're getting by on the skin of their teeth. It's been with conviction. Ziwu shooting for 30. Instant headshot on the man top mid and almost given a chance to fire back at Perfecto. But Perfecto, I appreciate it. Quick trade frag as that smoke begins to fade. He lays it down. Shocks could come hunting behind him. This does give Perfecto a chance to continue fighting forward, and sure enough, he's going to get himself a second headshot. Apex lines up a couple bodies, does damage, but this is Navi with a little bit of life.
Let's go. Got a little Tabasco in the step now. Now we're talking fast long control with the split. It's all about Perfecto, like an absolutely extraordinary round from him. There was no one to trade him out if he died. And he came through to make sure they killed Ziwu. That was the punish. Last time, he was the guy to die at top middle. When they went for long control, this time they actually come in with a 2-pronged attack. They bait Vitality into pushing for cat control. They use Perfecto this time in a new way. They let Ziwu take the shot, and Perfecto goes 1 for 1. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, Queen versus Bishop, right? If you take the Opera out of the round, it's totally worth it to give up a rifle in that spot. And then they allow him to just work, too. He comes through, he smokes behind him, makes sure to stay alive, takes that one duel he knows is coming on Cat Bricks. And look at the bodies. 3 dead there on Cat as Vitality looked to squeeze. A perfect round here from Navi, much better than we've seen so far this half. This is a round where even if Perfecto dies after getting 1, they still have a chance. That's a good sign.
Sure. And then he just goes 1 better.
Yeah.
Well, 2 better, in fact.
Talk about tilted.
CT timeout coming through from Vitality. They've got tons of money. I'm just going to talk about it.
Also, they've just got a binder full of opening pick ideas. They've tried so many things that have worked. They still have so many things they can fall back on. So it's really just about which one do they want to try. Nothing's technically incorrect. They could go for a lower push. They could literally push top mid on one of these rounds because they have rounds to work with. A tempo change for themselves could catch Navi off guard, and they could even win some of their more standard ones. But of course, you know, Navi with a little bit more energy here.
Really?
Finally, into round 26, they're starting to talk.
Bye.
Oh, this is a discussion about the economy, huh? They had nothing.
They leave over $4,000 on Apex and Ziwu.
Wow.
They've got the single AK for Shocks. Okay. I'm curious.
I guess it's because they get to 12 and then it's buy safe to 14. So
yeah, both
like
teams
that.
on two slots of round bonus as well. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I could see how this definitely kickstarts their economy, even if they lose it. But
Here's an
they're going to be
idea.
flashed into the catwalk, and the bomb carrier's right there. Electronic able to dodge, and he sprays, but only for the single kill. Shocks' AK able to get the trade, and then they fall right back. A second flash, and they re-engage. It costs them. Shocks now down, and, well, Navera barely alive. But Apex does start hunting around through tunnels, and it's an all-in from Navi up the catwalk. There should be a weapon back here on Cat. Yeah, sure enough, there's an AWP and an AK. AK meant to draw them in like a moth to the light. Simple, shuts it off, flicks the switch, and we've got only Navera left standing. So Team Vitality, they came in with a few tools to work with. They tried to throw it at them on the catwalk. You could see how Shocks could have gone massive in that position, but a good shutdown here from Navi. A 12th round to their scoreboard. Hey, we had late T-side adaptation from Vitality in the first half. That is the only reason that this game is still going.
Yeah, we saw some very similar things. There's so many parallels here. The fast B hit and then the faster long at cat split. Like, I think those are the two exact rounds that got Vitality back into the first half, and the two rounds that Navi have implored to get some life into them as well. So now they win the eco, and it's a tenuous eco where there's a good idea from the CT side with a flash. They weaponize the AK well. They put the pistol out in front to make sure that the AK can succeed. But the trades come back. Navi here within 2. And now I feel like it's just more of a real match where nothing else matters so much. There's some life here in Navi. Curious to see what their idea is going to be. And they've got their eyes forward on taking, I think, fast long control again. Simple looking to bust his way out. Simple versus Ziwu going head to head. No late flashes back for the T's. The smoke comes through, looking for a late timing shot, it looks like.
Yeah, and they send Boomich out.
He's incredibly posted right now. I wonder what happens. Oh,
Smoke grenade on the corner. Boomich, he catches him crossing.
Oh, what a
They
tactic.
didn't expect that T to come out after their smoke.
That's a beautiful tactic. What the hell?
Oh, surprise. A turnaround here from Navi of 5 versus 4 for them in the 27th round, looking to get within 1 of the 14 from Vitality. There's a single player in the form of Electronic coming in from Catwalk, and he challenges Apex. This is going to draw the attention of the 2 CTs on Cat as Navi get all the closer towards long.
They have to push Cat. Like, they cannot just sit here.
That is their only smoke, though. There will be a gap that can be exploited, and Electronic, well, he gets the better of Ziwu. Shocks, he's going to challenge through. Headshot after headshot after headshot.
Let's go!
And Navi with a 13th round.
Now we got a game. I don't care who wins. But now Navi are coming to life. These are becoming real rounds. This is what we like to see. We're looking just for a third map at this point. Navi looked all but deflated, but now they're starting to come together, the cohesion here. And the idea is that tactic. They had the op shot from Simple on the corner. It dropped the guard of Apex crossing into pit. Boomich was out there at blue, caught him on the cross back. Total punishment. They earned their way through that one. They did something quickly. They did something creative. That's awesome. Now we're cooking with gas. Here's Boomich, and he catches that cross with a flash on top of all of it. Electronic does his best perfecto impression, gets the cat lurker, punishes 2 in
So
fact,
important.
and they squeeze them again into this cat play that they want to make, that they think they want to make. Oh, it's got to be very frustrating because now you've got a real match Vitality. Both these teams, it just feels like they were defeating themselves early on. Now it's starting to answer their own questions.
Oh, you rat.
My goodness.
Simple. He's going to whip out that auto sniper, and it's not even the 30th round. but they can feel it now. A little life, a little spark, a little fire here from Navi. That's all we asked for. That's all we wanted, and now we've got it. So let's cherish it. Let's protect it. Simple. He's still hanging on to this damn thing. 4 Desert Eagles and a scout. Vitality trying to get their economy back beneath them for that coveted 29th round.
They actually have so much money after all of this that you can, yeah, really just use that. I don't know if he goes back into an op yet. He'll pick up an op, get rid of that gun, buy another one next round. Oh, NOA boost comes out, Perfecto. It's going to be spotted. Electronic will take out Shocks, who I think was, yeah, the head of that boost. Apex jumping shot, but Electronic another kill. 3-on-5 situation. Bomb plant looks like it's coming in hot.
Looked like Ziwu was going to be the first guy to find 30 frags. Turns out it's Electronic. He now has 31 in 28 games, 28 rounds of Counter-Strike.
No, you want to talk about 28 games? It's about been 28 games since the last time he's had over 31 kills, 30 kills. So I was looking at it. His performances, they've been pretty consistent, but this is what I would, characterize as an outstanding map that stands out from the rest.
Well, they absolutely need it here. It's not for elimination, but it is for that top spot in the upper bracket of the Blast Fall Finals.
There's no safe spot in the lower bracket in this tournament. This is a very hard one, and yeah, of course, quickest path to victory. Right here by winning.
Cutting down RPK, so just Nevera. 14 all, folks.
You do not want to go down to the lower bracket in this tournament. To get to the fall final, of course, an arduous process. You've got to pull out big wins versus good teams, and that's why we have the roster list that we do have here. We're looking at 9 out of the top 10 teams playing. This is not something that they're going to take lightly whatsoever.
And to get that 14th round, we now have Navi on fire. That Ember I was talking about, well, now it's an open flame. And we've got a buy on both sides. No damage from the auto snipers as it's attempted a second round in a row. Late B cross. So Perfecto was sniffing out the tunnels, and we've got a little bit of presence here towards close mid. An op shot from Ziwu. That's how this starts. And who does he cut down? The hottest prospect on Navi. A second kill. Vitality. Potentially back to winning ways. And that frag grenade, well, that shaves HP off both Flamey and Perfecto. All that Navi have left is this attempt into the B site. Shock's back on Plat, and they know that he is here. He throws that flashbang high, has support come in through the windows. Apex trying to get him out, and him and Ziwu shut this down. Vitality teasing Navi.
They win it.
Letting them get that so close until finally their 15th round to the board.
Finally, they've broken through the economy. They were on a loss streak. They come out with the early cat play this time around, but they're a little bit farther back. They're not going to fall for the play of getting the pick top mid and then getting traded out. And then from there, having all of the pressure applied at mid, they go for the free rotations. That 5v4 plus staying alive is what's the key to success here for Vitality. But that is the perfect round to set up round 30. Now we have Vitality answering back, and we have Navi solving some of their issues in the second half. Now we know both teams could win this round. This is even footing, and there's going to be no concessions, right? Navi still have enough money to buy whatever the hell they want, plus Vitality have save guns and money left over in the bank as well.
Let's see who steps up big. 115 ADR right now for Electronic. Countered out by Ziwu, who now also has 30 frags. Each of these teams with a champion at the top of the scoreboard. And Simple. Oh, the man was blind.
Oh my god.
And Ziwu still takes his head clean off.
They knew what they were getting into, both going for basically just a pre-fire shot to the corner. Better pre-aim wins. Ziwu's there first off CT spawn. Electronic knows he's got to make a move. But look at Ziwu's holding this. Oh my god, he'll fall back. The long control is perfect. It's actually a fake.
Oh, and RPK
creates space, and they take out RPK and Electronic. He's turning the corner.
Creeping in closer, and Apex clearly has no idea of this. He just instantly goes for the execution, tries to recover, and Electronic is making the difference yet again. He slides up the catwalk. Nevera and Shocks, 2 versus 4. This is looking like back-to-back overtime maps for a spot on the top of this bracket. Shocks coming up from the CT spawn. Electronic, who started off this round, he will fall to the M4, but the back turn by Shocks. Perfecto just causing a distraction. Boomich comes in with the kill, and sure enough, Navi push it to OT. 8 rounds and 7 on the other side, both halves.
This gets extremely serious now. This is very tense. These are some cool plays coming out of Navi, right? So first of all, Zebu gets the opening kill, 4v5. We've never seen a Navi look creative in these moments, but then Electronic comes out with the play to push Cat early, knowing where Zebu was. They take advantage of the fact that he has to show himself somewhere. You know, Simple's a sacrifice in that moment, but it really opens up the map for Electronic to make a move like this. And then as soon as Zewu is about to op him off the cusp of the smoke, they put pressure on Long. Zewu comes back to Long, and then he comes all the way around Elbow and stuffs him right at the goal line. That could have been it. The round to end it. And now we're into overtime. Shocks tagged up. Life of a B player hurt. Walking over to that side of the map. They don't know it. It might come in to have an effect in this OT. When this went to OT for Vitality on Nuke, they won 4 rounds straight and closed it out. Will the same fate occur again?
I appreciate the reminder. I forgot how one-sided it was once we got out of regulation. Fingers crossed that it doesn't fall flat this second time around. Shocks would have heard Boomich falling off the catwalk just now. Oh, first pickup. Zewu, he gets aggressive, finds Electronic in what has been his home turf. Catwalk abuse round after round from the T side with Electronic. And then Zewu immediately moves back over here to the long. Scopes up on doors. If Flamey peeks this dry, he's done for. Boomich, he's priming a flashbang, but Zewu, he can also leave off of the utility usage. This now pushes pressure onto RPK and Pit. And Simple, well, he's still towards mid. RPK comes up and goes immediately down. Siwoo's gonna trade this, but he's gonna keep himself in the swivel, and now we have Navi with a man advantage. They come up from Catwalk and Shocks. He's gonna challenge around the side of the smoke. They're stranded. They are both in this position. A boost up to get the bomb plant, but Flamey, he's got it down to the 1v1. Navera, he's dead.
He's not wasting ammo. Barely using any bullets in the 1v2. Flamey keeps his cool.
Navi with the opening round of OT. They came at this from 2 directions. They had Zewu split down the middle. A boost in the middle of that retake as well. And Flamey dodges the flash, pops back up, and slays the second CT. Double op setup here from Vitality. This will not be another flat overtime from Navi.
Yeah, trade backs on Long. These A splits that are coming out. There's not much room here for Vitality. But now they're going to find some. They're going to create some on the other side of the map. Finally, that upper B push comes in with the op. This can be so powerful, of course. Navera, he might have an angle, and the advantage goes to whoever finds the timing on the crouch, right? But Navera, he'll just chill for a second. Again, it's so powerful just to sit here. They could walk right into it. As they come closer, he peels back. He's got something going in his mind. But if he had just waited, an advantage on both of those openings. Either way, he can hold off, cut this powerful line in the tunnel. Let's see if he pushes forward.
Eats a flashbang and reveals his presence.
Oh, takes the off shot. That's a bold move, you know?
What's the adjustment? 50 seconds.
Oh, they want to squeeze on this now. This has actually activated them. Navera back in the window.
Oh, they come out from tunnel. Shocks is inside of them, and he's going to go down with nothing. Navera hits his shot, but Electronic still stands. They collapse that B site with ease.
I think he makes a mistake shooting the op in that position. That's a spot where he could fall back. He could walk forward and hold and look for that deep shot and then fall back after it. Maybe get traded out 1-for-1. But as soon as he takes that shot, Navi make the snap decision to go and split B, knowing they're looking for an exec. Of course, when you know there's an opper somewhere, best thing to do is just go through with the full execution, smoke him, flash him out, put pressure on the rifler that's beside him, and make it so that if they don't hit their first crazy shot, they lose. And this is Navi looking more well drilled than ever. The mid to B split, it comes out that quickly. They were having so much trouble making progress before, but now it seems like they're on the same page.
Ooh. They're going to take an off of it. Apex looking to recover it just at the end of this, and sure enough, you'll find it. So this should still be enough of a buy, but just like OT on Nuke,
it just becomes a nightmare.
2 CT round losses in a row leave them a little strapped for the cash.
Yeah.
There's going to be some limitations.
Oh, you can't rule anybody out. There's, concessions here. Navera, he's only got a deagle after the...
Yeah, 1 rifle off the mark.
Fancy took last round, and Electronic on the other hand, I think he has an AK at his feet. Been very impressed so far here by the rise of the occasion here from Navi. They have really shown some cool stuff on T side. Could they make it 3 in a row? That would just get them to the 3rd map. Man, what a 3rd map it would be if we got to Inferno.
It looks so dull for so long for Navi.
Seriously. Totally unimpressed. Honestly, both sides. Vitality as well. Things have changed drastically in a matter of minutes. So you look for that opening. Electronic, that's a big tag.
Vera's up close on the doorway. Flashbang goes over the top. You saw it blind 2 members here of Navi.
He fakes the cross. He tries to make it seem like he's going back to B, and then he actually goes back towards A, and now they're coming up Cat.
Yeah. Ooh, Ziwu.
They're going to be angry to see him here.
He may have just got them where he wants them. Assuming Navera doesn't die, Molotov's not going to spread to him. He's fine to hold for the moment. 45 seconds, Navi.
Duel at long. RPK's coming out. He's going to flank Flamey at top of mid.
And Flamey very much fixated forward. Ziwu looking for the targets to possibly drop. Oh! And he does catch Boomich. RPK finds that mid flank. Apex activates off of the ramp, and it is all simple so far. He runs inwards with that M4 now picked up. Goes for the fake plant, sees no challenge. Vitality, they're going to respect him with everything, and they absolutely should. He goes back into the AWP. This would need to be the ace from Simple in overtime. And the flashbangs, well, they've got him. His deagle up close is good for another kill, but RPK with a second in this absolutely needed CT overtime round. It is not the clean sweep from Navi. At least 1 for Vitality. A little bit of wiggle room as they take back to the offense.
Yeah, it'll make things way more interesting that they need to pull out this win. Again, to go over stats with Navera on this map, they won 9 out of the 11 times they played with Navera on DUST2. He's averaged 21 kills on this map. I don't think any of those maps have gone into overtime. Maybe they have, maybe they haven't. And he's had nothing but success. Sorry, that's not all on DUST2. Just on DUST2 and Inferno, the 2 maps that he plays. Incredibly high average of kills and just success rate as a team as soon as they brought him in. So this is challenging a very strong stat in favor of Vitality. Navi looking to make a point of it. Flamey opping now.
1 of 2 for Navi.
Oof.
Drops the shot on the guy jumping into the pit, so this is a bit of a compromise on the A site, and Ziwu, he just got Boomich towards these doors. Simple, he is right on the other side.
Yeah.
And Electronic, he's right there on Catwalk. We're gonna get this aggression coming out from Long. Apex, he's just gonna crank the dial, and now Shocks, all the while, walks out mid. Simple back turn, that's an easy pickup, and Shocks not even needed because Apex has gone ahead and grabbed another. A 4 versus 2, and Long, that's the avenue of attack. Electronic, he's going to get Shocks back, and this bodes well now for a potential retake here from Navi.
We've got 3 kits. We've got 2 impact grenades and an incendiary. There's actually hope here in this 3v2. Depends how they're going to try to play it.
Oh, they look like they want to save.
Feels like it. Coming up CT spawn. Oh, getting spammed down in the feet, and they'll just be able to stand back a bit. But I guess that's all of the effort they'll give to it. This is Vitality winning a round, tying up, punishing in the save. And you actually have to think about these things in 10K OT.
Absolutely. We saw the limitations. Definitely on Nuke. Navi having nothing in that 3rd OT round they played. They want that off, and they're going to get it. Electronic afforded the save. Vitality, they tie things up at 17. Immediate success on this overtime T side. Apex, big round from him. Who finds 18?
I don't know. It's 2 to go for either team. I wouldn't place a bet on either team at this point. They both are definitely even strength. We're already in OT in the second map. I mean, it really could not be closer.
This round securing double overtime for someone. Who's it gonna be? Perfecto was close doors, shows his presence with that trajectory off of the frag, but look at this, they just call him out. No flash, nothing. Silent walkout mid, Flamey, blindsided. And Simple, now he's gonna have to eject down into the spawn to try and keep them back. Apex has already worked out from the tunnels. This is so much pressure on Perfecto. He gets a kill. Shock slays Electronic, but Perfecto, he is locking down this B site. ZywOo on the other side of smoke, comes in with RPK. A man advantage here for Vitality, but still a couple of beasts on the other side. Molotov arrives, Simple runs right through, shut down by ZywOo, and Boomich is gonna have to come up massive or else Vitality take that 18th point. He is inside of the smoke and waiting. Smoke fading, and so are Navi's chances.
Yeah, that's it. Now they're facing defeat once again in back-to-back maps. Potential here for Vitality, close it out, and they pull out a pocket tactic they haven't tried yet, the walkout of mid. Every once in a while, this is going to be the golden strategy. We had ZywOo do this in a map earlier in this event. Walking out mid with the op with a teammate, getting all 3 picks. A fantastic round from him, but something you can also replicate, especially after Navi have been conditioned to seeing either patience from the T side into A splits, into long hits, into B hits, but nothing like this. No nades, no tells. Hoping that Navi are not playing the close mid setup.
What goes around comes around. 3 auto snipers here from Vitality.
The ultimate punishment
Oh,
for being up in rounds to make sure these B players regret ever picking this spot.
And these poor CTs, man. They've just got MP9s, pistols.
Yeah, there's not much hope here. Of course, they ditched those guns. Move now into a more typical round. 4 CTs over towards A. Simple and Electronic. They're trying to figure out if it might be a walkout again, right? They're wounded animals. They've been a victim to this before, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the play this time around. Vitality, it feels like quietly walking back into more of a cat split. And threatened the idea of a mid split. That's just a warning shot from ZywOo. It doesn't actually hit anyone. But my God, does it come close?
If Simple doesn't deliver, then you'd think it has to be Electronic. Oh my, and he just gets dinked.
You can't be serious.
But by an op for only 40?
Holy hell, I think that's
got to be through the bricks.
Corner of the wall, yeah.
Talk about honing in on him. Talk about a warning shot. Simple now wounded, bit of a headache. And that's what ZywOo has been for Navi, an absolute migraine. Utility starts to come forward. Simple, he is not going to be comfortable in this position. Down to 38 HP, flashed continuously as these T's close that distance again. Fire at his feet. And still no kill coming in from either team. Apex rounds the corner, and Simple's gonna get one. Navera now looking for something, but Simple continues to succeed. That is 3 from Simple out of nowhere. He falls back and somehow delivers. We've got 2 of Navi's players coming in from the cross. Navera, that's a continuation spray, and the MP9 from Flamey. Oh, he gets both, but the nade on the money. And Vitality continue on.
From death. No players left in the round. The Molotov, the utility to close it out.